cool was that intro that we had professionally produced for Artie? That was money well spent, right? So it sounds like you guys know the news. Unfortunately, Artie's not going to make it tonight due to unforeseen medical issues, which if you're all fans of Artie, we know what that means. It means he sprained his ankle training for a 5K, right?
How about a 2K?
That's okay, though. We still love him, and he says he's going to make it up to us. So hopefully you guys have a good time tonight. I appreciate you coming out. I'm the guy who's putting on the show. And... Rough day. Thank you. No, my business partner and I told him I want to bring comedy to Akron, like big names, because I don't think Cleveland should get all the good shows. And he said, who's the first guy you want to bring? And I said, without a doubt, it's got to be Artie Lange. And he said, are you sure he's going to be healthy enough to make the trip? And I said, yeah, for sure. And he tried giving me shit back there until I reminded him that his idea was to bring Ralphie May. So neither of us have a fucking clue what we're doing. No, you guys are all gonna get your money back and you get the free show. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm kind of nervous to be here myself. It's not stage fright or anything. I just get uneasy at comedy shows. It all stems back to my first time coming to one. I sat in the very front row where this guy sat. And the comic wasn't doing very good that night. Every time he told a joke and nobody would laugh, he would just point to me. And he would call me a faggot. And then everybody would laugh. And then he would go right into his next joke. So I just get uneasy. But I don't want you guys to feel uneasy because I don't do that kind of stuff. You know, I do good old-fashioned clean jokes. For example, this is my opener, normally. When I say, when do cowboys eat, you guys all say when, okay? When do cowboys eat? When the cows come out. Faggot. So a guy walks into a bar. Me and my friends always argue about what's more gay. Like, is it more gay to have sex with a man who transitioned into a woman? Or to blow a woman who transitioned into a man? Or to wear a bicycle helmet? It's all pretty gay if you ask me. I actually thought about becoming gay myself, you know. I weighed the pros and cons like you should do with every major life decision. For example, a pro of being gay would be guys are more fun to hang out with. A con would be getting fucked in the ass. A pro of being gay would be I could have a sugar daddy. I would never have to work again a day in my life. You know, but a con would be getting fucked in the ass. A pro of being gay would be guys are way more promiscuous. It'd be so much easier to get laid. But a con would be no, AIDS. I decided not to be gay, spoiler alert. I can't be gay, I love women too much. I dream about women. I had a good friend of mine pass away recently. Her name was Monica. And I had a dream about her 2 nights after she died. And in the dream, I was driving to a Luke Bryan concert, and her dead body was in the passenger seat. And on the way to the Luke Bryan concert, I pulled the car off on the side of the road, and I started having sex with her dead body. Which is a really weird thing to dream about, because I'm a normal guy. Why would I, under any circumstance, be going to a Luke Bryan concert? Doesn't make sense now. Thank you. I guess I should tell you a little bit about myself. Like the recording said, my name is Ricky Melton. I'm 35 years old. I recently lost 30 pounds. Give it up for me. I didn't have a choice, so I was getting so fat and white that skinny black guys were starting to hit on me. That was especially true when I'd go to Walmart in my teal sweatpants and say juicy across the ad. I don't like being fat, but I actually prefer fat women. Like, skinny chicks are good to look at now, but when you're making love to a fat chick, no matter what part of her body you grab, feels like tit. I don't even like to brag about the total number of women I've slept with. I like to brag about the total weight of the women I've slept with. It's way more impressive. I say I prefer fat women, and that's true, but somehow I ended up getting stuck marrying one of these high-maintenance, gold-digging skinny hoes. And I call her high maintenance because she tries spending all my money on vacations. She recently tried booking a cruise to Somalia. I said, no way, I've seen the movie Captain Phillips. Somalia is a country full of men who are black Muslim pirates. Which got me thinking, how many scary things does one person need to be? Faggot. The only thing scarier to me than a black Muslim pirate would be like a black Muslim pirate dentist. I don't like going to the dentist. So I told her we weren't going, which caused a big fight, but no surprise there. We've been married almost 14 years. We fight all the time. And it's funny how your fights evolve over the course of 14 years. Like when we first got married, we'd fight over stupid, trivial stuff like jealousy issues. Like I'd get mad at her for something stupid like flirting with a waiter. And she'd get mad at me for something stupid like, I don't know, trying to have sex with her sister. But as years go on, like every couple, we'd fight over finances. Like I'd get mad at her for spending too much on a pair of shoes. She'd get mad at me for trying to pay to have sex with her sister. But the one consistent fight we've had over the whole 14-year marriage is who has to sleep in the wet spot in the bed after sex. And if you ladies have never had that problem, or I'm sorry, if you fellas have never had that problem, you're probably not doing it right. And if you ladies have never had that problem, you could give me a call at 330. As much as we fight, I don't think I would ever get divorced. I really don't. And if I did, I don't think I would ever get remarried. But if I ever did get remarried, it would have to be to a much younger lady. Like 18 years old. Somebody who grew up in the Twitter generation. Because I've always dreamed of having a wife who could keep her stories at 140 characters or less. She rambles. 14 years, a long time to be married. When we first got married, I would try having sex with her and she would turn me down. She would use those classic excuses that you ladies like to use. She'd say like she had a headache or she didn't have time to shave her legs. 14 years later, she still turns me down, but she uses more clever, original excuses. Just last night, I tried having sex with her and she said she couldn't because I'm a hideous person she no longer finds attractive. I don't blame her though, I wouldn't find me attractive either. Physically I'm built like a construction worker, but the one who holds a sign for a living. I'm chubby, I'm bald, I have bad knees. The only part of my youth I'm hanging on to is my ability to still prematurely ejaculate. I do still love her though. I love her because she's not a feminist. I do not like feminists. In my opinion, feminists are ugly people. I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about the way they act. And also physically. I watched 1 million women march on TV, man. 1 million women, only 3 of them were remotely fuckable. That's a bad stereotype. Obviously not all feminists are unattractive. But to be fair, stereotypes become stereotypes for a reason, right? Like, not all Asian people are good at math, but enough are, it becomes a stereotype. And not all black chicks have big asses, but enough do, it becomes a stereotype. Not all black guys have big, criminal records, but enough to... I get stereotyped myself, believe it or not. I get stereotyped as being racist, which couldn't be further from the truth, but, skinhead, piercing blue eyes, these horrible jokes, and small dick. You know, stereotypes become stereotypes for a reason. But I'm trying to shake the image. I really am. My daughter is not helping matters out. I have a 12-year-old daughter named Lexi. And we had a black guy move into our neighborhood. His name was Deshaun. I assume. I never really, I think his name was Deshaun. I overheard my daughter I overheard Lexi tell Deshaun, she said, "Hey, my dad doesn't want your kind in our neighborhood." Ooh. I got real embarrassed and started to apologize until I thought about it. She was right. I didn't want his kind in my neighborhood. He was lazy, uneducated, animalistic. Nothing to do with the fact he was black. It was the Pittsburgh Steelers bumper sticker on his Escalade. We don't need that kind of riffraff. I was really worried that you guys were going to be bitter about this whole situation, but you guys are cool as shit. Give yourselves a round of applause. This is the first comedy show at the Goodyear Theater. Hopefully not the last.